Hi guys, today I'm welcoming my friends, and here is Susan, and she's an entrepreneur. Her company is called Boldlux. She's a founder of Boldlux, and also she's a member and director of logistic at OSIAC, Orthodox Christian Youth Association Kenya, right?
Yeah.
Thank you and welcome
Thank
to
you.
this awesome time. And also we have my friend here called Joshua, and he has so many titles. And one, he's a lawyer at Kemani Kiarie Associates, and he's a certified arbitrator and mediator, head of partnership at Kenya Model United Nation. He's a member and an SAA, Sergeant at Arm at Rotaract Embu University. He's also the president of International Court and Justice, a logistic and coordination director at OSIAC, Orthodox Christian Youth Association of Kenya. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, karibu sana.
Thank you.
And also my name is Julius Wanjiro, and I'm a driver at Nyeri Diocese in Mount Kenya. I'm also a member of Rotaract Club of Nairobi Gigiri. I'm also an entrepreneur. I founded the Invite Limited, and I recently joined OSIAC as a member, just a mere member, just helping out. We are trying to say we are trying to build our bios, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So I guess today we tried and we did better than yesterday, right? Anyway, welcome very much. Today we had a very heated discussion about age. Age and wisdom and
Is it a measure of
knowledge.
wisdom? Yes.
And Joshua was asking, like, is it a measurement? Because we had a hot discussion about age. He was arguing because he's the youngest. that age doesn't come with knowledge and wisdom, and we argued about experience also. I guess for me, I would say there is nothing that beats experience, right? But also we have old people who are stupid. I would say stupid, right? So I don't know how we can argue about that. Susan.
Well, I believe tunafaa differentiate. There's the knowledge aspect, yeah. You might be young, but you're very knowledgeable in every area. Tukienda in the field of medics, blah blah blah, you are knowledgeable in that aspect. Whether you are 20 years old, whether you're 50, the age does not matter in that area. But then there is the aspect of your experience bit, especially in the job sector. You find when you're applying for jobs, they tell you need 5 years experience. There's a reason for it, because at that point your age does not matter, your experience ndio ina matter, because kwa kuishi kwingi kuna mengi pia bana. So age
True,
kuna venye age kidogo inakuwa limiting factor.
Yeah. So the youngest, how would you explain that? Because also you shouldn't feel bad when actually we say the youngest. Yes, we're not saying being young you're stupid. Understand that. But we are saying there is a aspect of age that you have not added. There is a aspect of experience that you have not added. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I refer to the words of one person called C.B. Madan. And he says that the old folks have the benefit of experience, but the young folks have the benefit of recent learning. So, for instance, you old folks, you know the old ways of...
Violence! He's having violence for the old folks.
You old folks, you may have the experience in doing some things, but now a young folk like me, I know the recent trends in the market. You know, and like Susan has said that in the job market they look for, experience.
Yeah.
But let me bring some light onto something that is new. Nowadays people are looking at what you call pre-post experience. You know, pre-admission experience. For example, if you're getting admitted to a certain job that you're looking for, you may get the pre-admission experience. Like myself, if you look at my bio, I'm not yet admitted, but I have what you're calling the pre-admission experience, which is very essential, which a person may be old, but doesn't have the kind of experience I have. Again, I take you to the Bible because both of you said you are members of Osiak. You know, God was even taking people like David to become kings. A very, very young boy was made a king when he was, I think, is it 7 or 12 years? You know, very young person who is made a king when they are 7 years.
Anointed.
Anointed.
Yes.
Why didn't God go to a 60-year-old or a road folk like both of you? Why did
Christ, Baba. But you know, in real sense, I do agree with the notion of that sometimes you need the pre-exposure. But you do realize it doesn't work in every field. You know, like for your instance, as a lawyer, it works to your advantage. The fact that you're pre-exposed to some of these things. But in most fields, that is not the case.
Which fields?
In most fields, like for example, if you take the medics, for example, let me take the general bit of the medics people. The medics people, they mainly take the experience. That is why you find the old doctors, the ones who are in their 60s and everything, they're the ones who are still heading the departments in the hospitals and everything, because they have the experience. They've been in that line for quite a long time. Plus, you brought in the aspect of David, which in real essence, like Julius has said, he was just anointed.
Yeah.
In real sense, he became king
after
when he was
like 15 years ago.
when he was in his 30s.
Yes,
So that does not play the aspect.
The
It's
aspect
just because,
of,
remember the last episode, you talked about destiny.
Yeah.
He was just destined
to be a king.
He was
And
not having the pre-exposure of being a king.
Yes.
Because in real sense, actually, before he became a king, the battles that guy fought, the fact that his siblings are taking over, that is other people from Saul's descent and everything, and then he took over, and then his own children are trying to overthrow him. So basically, it is just a matter of experience.
I agree with what both of you are saying. But you know, the Bible, I think it is 1 Samuel, clearly says that not by age is wisdom attained. You know.
But let's argue in this perspective, Joshua. Whatever you're saying, pre-post.
Yes.
You see, like for example, right now, for you to be pre-post, there must have somebody who started those things. If right now we say, right now the mobile phones, for example, you didn't find the Kebuthi thing. You didn't experience that, right? Yes. As we experienced the Kebuthi stuff, the old generation. Jesus. I am just arguing.
You think you're winning in life because
no.
It
Listen.
is not a matter of winning in life.
Is not.
He's just taking you through a trail.
Yes, I'm telling you. For you to come and experience the smartphones that came later, as we have experienced the Kebuthi aspect, and these people who sat down and so like it can be a better. Yes, it can be wireless. Wireless came in, and it was like these big mobile phones, and with very huge numbers. And then when you are coming even to be born, that is when small phones came up. Yes, as in those 2000s. That is when small phones came in. As we have experienced the booth, the big phones, now we experience smartphone. Between us and you, would you say that as we know better than, we are not saying we know better than smartphone, but we would even appreciate the smartphone than you can do?
Okay, let me answer your question. One, I believe that you're thinking from a very wrong perspective, because you are praising the errors that people used to suffer. You're simply praising the errors where people didn't have recent knowledge. The errors that people never knew or thought that something like a smartphone could be able to come. Because, you know, for you are saying about the booth and everything, speaking about experience, but with now the phone, the touch screen that you're having currently, and the booth, which one would you prefer?
Of course, that touch screen. But we are saying, Joshua,
then is it an achievement?
when we say it is not an achievement
for you to have used the booth.
It is not an achievement, but we even appreciate the technology even more than these guys can appreciate, right?
But you know, the ones who have invented this.
Wow. You know, let me take you back to in the chemistry related things, we did something called nanochemistry. So nanotechnology is something that is being done right now. It is what is being used in the smartphones and etc. Okay. So when we talk about nanotechnology, well, it is mainly
We were having a heated discussion here.
Yes, you're Grace.
Tumemaliza.
Okay.
Then we have a discussion.
Sawa. Okay. You see, I'm youngest here, and his Grace realizes.
no, it is
I'm
just
the
your
expert.
line. No,
It
it
is
is
your-
just your line of work.
Yes.
If all of us went
Well,
into law school, we will be talking about something
different things.
But
And-
the fact that he's mainly into entrepreneurship, I did chemistry related something. You did law. That is our various fields
Different
of
of-
work. That is
Hey, you people
why.
are defensive.
No, it is not a matter of being
Respect your
defensive.
elders. Respect your elders.
It is actually
Okay.
not a matter of
Okay,
being
but guys,
defensive. It's a matter
you know,
of trying to work out
you know
what
what?
was being done. Because, for example, let me give you an example. Because you two are arguing about technology and everything. We have the oldest person who is Steve Jobs, who has been in that line of technology for the longest time. The fact that he's there as overseeing his company and everything, that doesn't mean he doesn't have experience. He started off with very bulky things, the computers and everything,
Yeah.
and he has seen advancement through very light things, through the nanotechnology.
Yeah.
So it is not a matter of having gone through, we are being proud of old technology.
Yeah.
It is a matter of technology is advancing through it, through ni kama stepping stone. So the very first computer was his stepping stone. And then now they advanced, and then they were like, this can be advanced more, as in they are just stepping
They
stones.
have built.
But
Yes.
you know, Susan, I am partially agreeing with what you're saying. But I just have one bone of contention. Because, for instance, you're referring to a person like Steve Jobs. But he's a person who has been able to combine his skill of innovation with the skill of entrepreneurship.
True.
So what they do is that they step on other people's work.
Which is
So,
true.
for instance, if you have an idea, they will come and buy your idea and then implement your idea. But the idea is not theirs. But they carry the glory of the idea.
But you know, most of these developments and renovations happen through, you go through something, you see that it needs to be advanced. As in, there's a loophole in his work,
Yes.
which can be advanced more. So basically, you're using his work as a stepping stone to think about something. I remember tulikuwa tunafanya science congress. Science congress mainly, ulikuwa na kiti chini, unaangalia, there is something that can be done.
Yeah.
And then you go on the basis of something that is already existing.
Yes.
It is
You
not out of
modify.
any exactly.
Yes.
So you're modifying somebody's work. So basically, you can't take 100% credit because you've just modified somebody else's work.
And I fully agree. But now my point is very simple. These people, without recent learning, cannot be able to benefit from their experience.
But you know, that is why we
must be
still
able to
have
blend.
research.
But our
Exactly.
argument, our
Research,
heated argument
but,
was about
Research. No, just 1 second. Research. That's why you have research. Who are the kings of research? Old folks, new folks.
They are still the ones who are heading the research.
Yes.
department.
They had, but they are not very good at it.
No, you know,
and that is
most
why I'm
people-
telling you, we have recent learning and experience.
You know-
You may be very experienced, but you have not faced certain situations which are very new. Like for us, let me give you an instance of what happens in law school. What happens in lawyers is that they are all lawyers who are very good because they have the benefit of experience. You know, they have practiced many
Yeah,
years
for so many years.
and such kind of things. But now like me, the constitution was enacted in 2010. The lawyer who was admitted in 1990 does not have really good knowledge about the 2010 constitution. That's where I come in. I shine about this constitution because I am aware and I know what is happening. So the whole point I'm making is that there's this whole aspect of research and recent learning, which we young folks have. But you guys have the benefit of experience. And one thing is a fact.
At least
one thing is
we
a fact.
we agree we are at a benefit of experience.
One thing is a fact.
Yeah.
You have to combine the two.
Yeah.
If you have the benefit of experience but you don't have recent learning,
Yeah.
then automatically you cannot defeat me in anything. But if myself, I have the benefit of recent learning and I'm able to use it properly, I can keep you down
No, that
based
is
on
true.
it.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, but we have the benefit of experience. Let us conclude on that. Us old folks.
Yes,
I still can't believe I'm an old,
Old
folk
folks,
right now.
imagine.
Old folks.
Yeah, old folks.
That is fine.
Anyway, I also believe in, and also another thing is yesterday, and look at it. Yesterday, how did we do things? We just sat here. There's also the aspect of doing. You can also be old, but stupid because you never did anything, right?
Exactly, yes.
So
But
it
you
is
still have
also-
experience.
You still have the no. You cannot have experience if you are
If
doing
you're
nothing.
stupid.
No, you don't get what I'm saying. You have experience in living life.
Yes, in living life and seeing life.
You're just in life.
Yeah, because I believe yesterday we did an episode. We were, yes, at one point we got through it, but we sat down and reflected like what could we do better? Like for the introduction, the bio, we were arguing here. Like Susan just said, "Hey, my name is Susan," and that's it. And then we were laughing like today it was a different thing. So I guess it's also a time for, or it's also an eye opener. Don't just think that you will get old and get the experience. You also have to do things.
Exactly.
Sure
You have to
does.
work to get it.
Yes, you have to do to get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with you. That's why Susan is saying about research. You know, research is now doing it.
Yeah.
You know, researching what is new in the market. What do you need
You have
to
to
know?
keep updated with
Exactly.
whatever is going on around you.
Yeah.
Don't
But again,
bury
you
your
old
head in the
folks
sand.
have to realize that you have shorter time to live. And research.
Hey, violence.
I'm just making
violence.
some-
Wait, what?
Some
Violence.
final
Wait, what do you mean we have shorter time?
One of the key benefits that we young folks have is that you have a
We
lot
were
of time
also
to live.
young. Don't worry. We were also young. We were also
Yeah.
young.
What
Don't
happens
worry.
is that now you old people, old folks, have a shorter time to live. on
Oh
this
my
earth.
God.
So I would advise you
What?
to utilize your time well. Make sure that you engage properly with the time that you have. Engage in community activities.
Oi, the Lord is-
because
The Lord is watching.
the Lord is watching you. The
because your
Lord
time
watching
is
you.
really
The
limited.
Lord is watching you.
Time is
No,
not on your
but
side.
on a
It's a
serious
fact.
note, I feel like in as much as we're talking about age, it is true the age gap comes into play in most areas, whether in social aspect, education, whether in actually relationships. Hapo sasa ndio watu husema age is just a number, which I do agree, it's just a number. Love is love, anyway, by the way out there, love is love.
That's another discussion.
Yes.
Pandora's box. You won't open it.
But in all essence, we can all agree, whether young, whether old, people need to be informed. At the end of the
Of
day,
course,
information is power.
Information
You
is
need to
power.
be informed about what is going on around you, informed about exactly that, especially technology. Things are changing at a very fast rate, and if you're not up to it, you'll be one of those people who are saying, "Come help me with my phone," which is not really.
But Susan, I feel when you speak about information, you do not only need to be informed. You need to be informed with relevant information.
Yeah.
I've come to realize that most people are informed, but
But
they're
with the
informed
wrong-
with the wrong information. You know, mtu
Like for
anasema
example, we
knows-
were talking about SRHR.
exactly.
People know exactly what needs to be talked about, but
Exactly.
they
But
don't
they-
know the content.
They don't know the content.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not
That I
relevant.
agree. Yeah.
Very relevant information is necessary for you to be informed. Yeah. So,
Anyway, thank you so much. That was a nice discussion. That was a heated one. And it's a good thing that we keep on learning and we keep on doing things because now we learn from doing. That is the experience now. However old you are or however young you are, you need to do things. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. However we were, however small we are going far, right?
yes.
Yes,
you're
we're going far. Thank you.
Cheers. Adios.
Adios.